Hey friends, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Paul, and in this try to go over things that I'm curious about and things I've looked into, I like to share. First and foremost, I want to say sorry for looking run down. I got about 3 hours of sleep last night. Definitely don't feel the best right now, but still wanted to do this daily video. And with today's video, I wanted to talk about something that I personally have been doing for the past 4 years, and I want to encourage you guys to begin as well if you are not already. And that's the idea of following your intuition. And I know for me, the things that I am learning right now, they are going to have so many effects, and there's probably going to be a lot of conversation around, oh, it's because you studied these things that now you're seeing these things in the world. Whereas for me, and I'll give the example in a second, but whereas for me, I saw these things, and so my intuition said, even though you don't have any of these skills right now, go and learn about them. And so the two that mainly I'm following right now that have nothing to do with my immediate effect on life is English, and meaning like the storytelling side, the writing side, and the classics. So learning all the mythology and ancient history and ancient language and stuff like that. And so for me, I'll tell you, it's been so fascinating these past couple of years diving into it, because my first year I was finance. Then I didn't want to wait to learn. I was seeing different courses online, saw that I could take them online, contemplated dropping out, got my insurance license in my sophomore year. And then when I was like, okay, if I'm going to go back, I want to go back and do something that will benefit me in the long run. And so that's when I then started going, okay, what is it that I really want to do? What is it that I see as being universal, if you will, if I pursued it? And that's when I saw the greatest influences in my life. It was storytelling and short stories and long stories, and just learning how to understand that. And then within storytelling, in my own experiences of my own life, I've been deep into psychology and trauma and all this other stuff. And then on the biblical side of things, for me, the spiritual side of things, I've really been looking into ancient history and mythology and the ancient languages, and because my just point of view is that people are not dumb, and so they're not just going to make up a story out of nowhere. Like if you try thinking about a story right now, if I tell you to come up with a story about how the world came to be, it's actually really hard to think of something original that hasn't already been said. And so for me, it's just been very interesting. It was interesting even when I started. I was like, okay, there are way too many similarities all around the world for how things got started, for kind of how they ran their cultures. And so I have these intuitions about these things of life. And I'll tell you this, there's nothing that has been affected in my immediate life within these past years besides my own enjoyment of learning these things. But I can tell you this, over the next 5, 10, 20 years, the stuff that hopefully I'll be speaking about and writing about will bring a lot of joy to people and make a lot of sense. There are things that intuitively I feel like I'm being led to right now that are connecting so many dots for me, even within just the realm of the three that I mentioned: English, psychology, and ancient history, if you will. A lot of dots are being connected. And then on the side as well, been learning a lot about marketing, developing systems within businesses. So there's been a lot of learning that I've done, that my intuition has led me down these different paths, and I haven't necessarily taken a conventional approach on a lot of them. Like I know for me, I'll only graduate with the English degree. I was going to pursue the other one, but then I realized I was too far behind. So I'm not, pursuing an undergraduate in classics anymore, but I've still been pursuing it on my own, reading a lot of books, listening to podcasts, trying to listen to the experts in the field, trying to also listen to other opinions as well. Because for me, I'm like, okay, well, I'll be open-minded, and if you can prove yourself reasonably, well, I'll listen to you. So I want to encourage you. I don't know what path your intuition may lead you down. But I want to encourage you to start listening a little bit more to that voice in your head saying, hey, go there. Hey, do that. Hey, go talk to that person. Hey, listen to this podcast. Start following a little bit more of that. And when things don't exactly make sense, don't put up the judgments right away. What I have found with these intuitive thoughts is that sometimes you'll go study something, and then 4, 6, 12 months later, you're studying a completely different thing. And then light bulb moment, something happens. And so these are things that you really can't plan. These are things that you wouldn't necessarily get in a conventional track or anything like that. And so I want to encourage you, whatever you're in, wherever your intuition is telling you to go. I'm not going to say that just follow it blindly or anything like that. Like, of course, think about things, but give it some thought and definitely take it further into consideration. You'll never know where it's going to lead you. So with that being said, I will see you guys on the next one.